Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. Been a couple of minutes, eh? Things have just been busy and the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, got to work at 2 o'clock this afternoon and I caught a couple of days off that were a little unexpected because I thought I was going to be working and they gave the hours to everybody else to cut down on overtime. I get it. Anyway, so we grew a nice little growth out here, and I thought it'd be fun to take that off. I got my hair cut the other day. It was getting time for a haircut or a dog tag, so I went and got a haircut. But anyway, had to get a new barber. Can't remember if I talked about that in the last video, but the barber I've been going to finally made it to $27 a haircut. And I know there's people out there hollering, well, I pay more than that for a haircut. I pay this, I pay that, or whatever. Matter of fact, the barber was telling me he heard that people over around New Orleans were paying, $40 a haircut. And that may be, but it ain't a haircut like this. This is just a basic, leave the top long enough I can comb it because it's thinning out and trim the sides down with buzz them down to a really low, like a 1 or 1.5. I'm not sure what he uses. There's no way that should be an expensive haircut. And they got up to $27 over at the other barbershop. And they're faking the neck shaves, like I think I had mentioned before. They just make you feel like you get the neck shave. They ain't really doing anything. Good people. I like them, friendly. But the last couple of times I went in, I just let the young lady that was cutting hair do it. She wasn't a barber, so she couldn't do the shaves anyway, so she didn't even act. And, but anyway, it's just too much. I went over, I've been paying $25, which was a stretch. And I went over and they had a note on the door that said $27, unless you're a senior or military, and I'm neither. And, military, police, that kind of stuff, veterans. And I stuck my head in and I looked around and I waved at the barber and I went about my business. And I ain't been back. I didn't even go in and ask about it and argue about it or anything. Ain't no need that. It's their business. That's what they want to charge. That's what they can charge. They can blame it on whatever. Everybody's blaming everything on Trump these days. So blame it on Trump. That's fine with me. Ridiculous, idiotic, but fine with me. I don't care. I don't too much get into politics. So what are you going to use? Cut that there. Couple 3 days growth off with. Micromatic, of course. Ain't no need to say open comb micromatic because all the micromatics are open comb. Easy, huh? Why complicate things? That's the problem. Everybody wants to complicate things these days. But we had some more training that we went through with work. And it was some pretty good stuff. A lot of it was stuff that you hear every day. You work with it every day anyway, so you kind of know it, but it's nice to kind of get it in a class format. Kind of get everybody on the same page. But we've been going through that. That's made for some long having to cover shifts while people were at class and that kind of thing. But, yeah, always good to get more training. We're going to see where it goes. They've been holding out some carrots. We're going to see if we get the carrot or if we just get the same old stick. Boy. So I'm using Sterling soap, which we all know is a good soap. I'm going to clean this razor out just a little bit. And we're using the Sterling. I've always loved the Nag Champa smell from the incense. The Nag Champa incense. I always thought that was really, really a nice smell. So I had a chance one time to get Nag Champa from Sterling in one of their soaps. And I did. I like it. And if you're standing around, it's a very nice scent. I do not wear, I don't use Nag Champa for the aftershave or anything. I never did that. In fact, we're going to use good old aqua velva rather today. Gonna be alright. All right. See how we go on the second lap here. But first lap went really good. Remember to always put your glasses on and check and be sure your blade's in the right place before you take off. Because it can be out. That's not what happened today. I just had some stuff got clogged under the blade with that long of a big. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can take a razor, you'll go to town and you won't have any problems, and the next time you'll have to rinse it. I guess it's just the way the ball crumbles. We're doing pretty good with this one. Rode over to about an hour's drive over here. I rode over to 00 Devon's, Agent 00 Devon's there to check out his, had an issue with his truck. I got a nice little drive in the other day, running down the interstate, dodging the 18-wheelers. Don't get me wrong. I understand how important the 18-wheelers are hauling stuff that we use every day. I get it. I'm far from that guy when it comes to the 18-wheelers. Man, they definitely take over the road at times. 3 lanes of traffic and you look up and I'm slowed down below speed limit, and there's 3 wide on the trucks having drag races up front because one of them decided that the one in front of him was going too slow for him, but he's not really going fast enough to get on around him. I've driven trucks, I get it, and I've never made a living driving big trucks. I made a living driving a box truck type stuff. But I never made a living driving over the road 18-wheelers. But I have driven 18-wheelers on the road. That makes sense. And I realize sometimes they got to take a little extra room than everybody else. I get it. I do. But man, it was just on that trip. There were some times that were pretty rough. And it's bad enough dealing with crazy drivers and 4-wheelers running around, cars and trucks. And it's just something sometimes. Of course, I like cussing at traffic anyway, so it's not as big a deal as it could be. Gives me something to cuss about when I'm driving. I'm going to be getting the AC fixed in the old Expedition here for too long, whenever the shop can get around to it. I didn't have AC last year, if y'all remember. We'll have to replace probably my old Expedition. It's a 2001 model, and it's starting to show its age, but it's still running pretty good. Rides good, handles good, got fresh brakes on it. I have a hard time getting rid of something that runs that good. Look at there. Got that old thing cleaned up, no problem at all. None at all. Well, I say every time it's been a while that I've done a video, and it's been a while since I dropped in over at Toast. That's TOST, the number 3.com. I say, I'm going to try to do this more and get over here more and do that more. And I did fire my old laptop up this morning for the first time in a while. And it had so much stuff, it thing's old. And it has so much stuff to update. And I never did get a chance to do much of anything. I finally just walked away and just let it do its thing. I'll get back to it here for too long, and maybe it'll be ready to actually do a little something. Maybe not. But anyway, I always say I'm going to try to get back to talking more and being in here more and there more. And got my Williams coffee cup going with some good dark roast. But I will. I'll try to be around more. Do more stuff. A couple people checked in on me. I appreciate it. It's just the way life is these days. It's a constant knife fight most of the time. And that's just how it is. I'm better off than some. Probably better off than a lot, really. But anyway, put on a little of the good old Aqua Velva Ice Blue we're going to smell pretty old. Because after I grabbed me a shower, and oh, I got lucky. See my eye here, how red it is? I had a sty coming up, but it's going away before it ever really developed. So I'm happy with that. I have to fight a sty. Well, every year, a couple times a year, I'll have a sty. Whatever it is. But this time it's going to go down before it really gets established. So I'm completely happy with that. Don't bother me any at all. But anyway, there we go. I'm going to have me get me a shower, and I'm going to have me some leftover red beans and rice and sausage. And go back home, we used to cook pinto beans, but around here it's red beans, kidney beans. A little sausage and some good seasonings. Way it goes. I made what I think is a pretty good pie. It ain't maybe as good as my sister would do, or Marvin, my brother. Maybe it ain't as good as they would do. But, yeah, it's, I think, pretty darn good myself. All right, folks, well, y'all have a good one. Good seeing y'all again. And hope to be back before too long. If there's anything, it's been a while since I made some videos. If there's anything you've been wanting to see used, somebody requested something here a while back, and to tell you the truth, I forgot what it was, and I don't know if I shaved with it or not. So put it back up on the board and bring it back around for me. If there's something you want to see that I got a bunch of stuff. If I ain't got exactly what you're talking about, I probably got something close to it, eh? All right, there we go. Y'all have a good one. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.